At the beginning of the general election campaign, it looked like things were going to be challenging for Labour in 2019. And there were three particular reasons for this. Firstly, their opponent looked tougher, so Boris Johnson was probably going to be a more popular leader than Theresa May was, and it seemed likely that the Conservatives would run a better campaign than in 2017. Second, people weren't going to be as pleasantly surprised by Jeremy Corbyn, and that's just because they'd had longer to get to know him or to be familiar with him, so his strong campaigning abilities were going to be less of a surprise. And thirdly, Labour had less time, a shorter campaign to catch up with the Conservatives. And what the polling is telling us at the moment is that it does still look like a challenging situation for Labour. So both of the largest parties have picked up votes over the course of the campaign, and the gap has narrowed slightly between them, but not a great deal. However, the latest MRP model from YouGov is actually suggesting a closer race than we've been anticipating previously. It's still predicting, or estimating, I should say, a Conservative victory, but it's also accommodating the possibility that there might now be a hung parliament, so that's looking slightly more likely than it was in the past. Of course, there's a question about whether or not we can trust this, and polls and the MRP model tell us what the situation in public opinion is right now. It doesn't tell us what's going to be the case on polling day, and things might change. Of course, the closer we get to polling day, the less likely there is to be a dramatic change, but we can probably trust that both the polls and the MRP model are giving us a pretty accurate picture of what the situation is when they are asking the public what they think. And there's a particular reason for that, which is that the pollsters will have learned from the mistakes they made in 2015 and 2017, and they will have adjusted their approach. Now, the MRP model did very well in 2017, and the people who've put it together have improved upon it since then. So it seems likely, given that we can broadly trust they're giving us a good picture of what the situation is now, that we are still on course for a Conservative victory, albeit a tighter one than they might have hoped.